So come on out of there. Slow and steady.
What happened to him?
He got bit.
Bit?
Oh, easy now.
You have these serious prisoners that are completely shocked and bewildered at the ruthlessness.
He's bleeding out. We gotta go back.
I said, we gotta play it like, forget about the human threat. Forget about these guys. Just think about, we got a man down. We need to get him back. The priority is obviously Herschel, Carol. That's all I'm thinking.
Daryl! Daryl!
It's chaos and carnage.
Carl! Come on!
Oh my God!
Go! In there!
The adrenaline from everyone is just flowing. It's like we're on fire. We've got to do something.
Oh, I need bandages.
We used everything we had.
We'll get more, anything.
I'll go get the towels from the backpack next to my bed.
Herschel prepared Carol in this 7 or 8 months for some minimal first aid, but this is a little more than she's ever had to deal with, obviously. I'm gonna do what I can do, try to remember everything that he taught me, and we're gonna hope for the best.
It's far enough.
Daryl doesn't want anybody else. I think he'd rather just kill them and get rid of them.
Whoa, maybe let's try to make this work out so everybody wins.
I don't see that happening. Neither do I.
He identifies Tomas as the live wire and singles him out as the leader. And his relationship with Andrew as well is the threat.
I'll clear out a block for you, then you keep to it.
He draws up a game plan very quickly.
All right.
Then the episode becomes about this dance. It's the juggling act.
So what about those prisoners? When it comes to the prisoners, she gives it about 5 or 10 seconds of thought.
Do whatever you gotta do to keep this group safe. And do it with a clear conscience.
In the world that was, he was a cop, and they are incarcerated men.
Not for 1 second do I think there's malice in your heart.
It becomes the occasion for her to say to him, I trust you and you're a good man. And I'm so sorry that I lost sight of that and that we lost sight of each other.
Just remember to go for the brain.
We don't want to just slaughter these guys. You know, we're still human beings. We still have a conscience. Tomas, he shows his colors real fast. He wants to be the alpha male. He does not want to accept the fact that Rick is the leader of our group, and he wants that power.
Just give me a signal.
I love the relationship between Rick and Daryl. They're in tune, and all of the looks and the recognition, it's unspoken.
Daryl's always fighting, watching Rick's back, always. He's finding worth watching this dude's back.
Easy now.
He's like his Tonto.
Rick very clearly stated the rules of the game. They've broken them.
I get it. It happens.
And you realize that Rick is this uncompromising, ruthless leader that is equal to this psycho. He tried to kill us. He tried to kill me. And he gives the look to Daryl, and it's done.
We see what Rick has grown into. I think Rick becomes the horror for the prisoners.
There is a clock ticking behind this episode with Herschel.
Go ahead, Dad. It's okay.
The most important thing for Maggie to convey to him in this situation is she's gonna be okay without him.
I'm gonna have to fight.
But at the end of the day, you can try and be strong for someone, but she doesn't want him to go. She doesn't want it to be the end and essentially begs for him not to go. It's not an easy life when you can run, and it's definitely not an easy life when you can't even walk. And she thinks that maybe she's selfish for hanging on to him. So when he loses his breath and she has this chance to perform CPR, she does have this moment of doubt and this kind of paralysis of, do I actually do this to him? Am I doing this for the right reasons? Am I just doing this for myself?
Do something!
I guess it's, do you keep the life support on or not? Like that dilemma.
Over the course of the last 7 months, as Rick has receded from her life, Herschel has stepped in. And so she ends up making a decision to save Herschel's life that's really kind of dangerous, because she ends up performing CPR on him right at the point where he could be about to change. I think Lori starts to get a small piece of the redemption that she's been hoping for.
Daddy?
So much relief and so much worry set aside.
That's the first time that we've ever seen anyone survive a zombie bite.
The first thought is, I've paid the debt. You saved my son. And I think Lori's been sitting there the whole time thinking, he's owed a miracle.
He can't believe he's taken his leg off. I mean, he's had to do it with a conscious man that he loves. So he's full of shame. And he's also embarrassed. As soon as hope happens, he can't deal with it and he has to get out.
Come here.
And then he goes to his wife, because that's the only person he can go to. And so it's still there, that kernel of love for this woman.
For the first time, I think what you see is that they both want to make it better. He reaches out and puts his hand on her shoulder and physically touches her for the first time in months. Going through the head, I think, is there is a very small chance that this man might someday be able to forgive me and love me again.
We're awful grateful for what you did.
He has to say we, he can't say I. And I think that that's all he can manage at that point.
Maybe they can heal. And that just tears her in half. Because it's all she wants, you know?
The Walking Dead. All new episodes Sunday nights at 9, only on AMC. For more exclusive video, go to amctv.com.